Today we are continuing our room renovation project. It's been 4 days since we installed the damp-proofing rod in the first wall, so now it's time to tackle the second wall. The walls with the installed damp-proofing rods looks quite dry now. As recommended by experts, I will wait an additional 3 days before starting the plastering process. The top three rods on the second wall were installed about 2 days ago, while the bottom ones were installed on the same day as the first wall, so they have been in the place for 4 days already. According to the instructions, the damp-proof rod should start working effectively within a month of installation. Unfortunately, I won't be able to visually assess their effectiveness once the walls are covered in a plaster. I used all the rods I had and supplemented them with the damp-proofing liquid. However, I think I might need one more rod in a particular area. I'm also planning to look for a waterproof cream to apply to the exterior walls behind the damp areas. I noticed some cracks there that could be contributing to the moisture problem. It's been 7 days, so I have started plastering the wall. I purchased a 20 kg bag of dry zone plaster from the same company that makes the damp-proofing rod. The 20 kg bag was just enough to fill all the small cracks in the entire wall and apply a first coat on the bottom walls. For areas with larger cracks, I applied 2 or 3 layers of plaster, allowing each layer to dry completely before applying the next. To rebuild the level of the bottom areas, I needed to apply 3 layers of plaster, which took about 2 weeks for each layer to dry. So I decided to use the dry zone for the first layer and then switch to the cheaper plaster for the remaining layers. This worked well as the new plaster also has some damp-proofing properties. I will let the walls dry for 14 days before proceeding with the next step. Today I started skimming the walls with white salt-resistant skim coat. I began around 9 a.m. and finished at half the room by 4 p.m. I was able to finish skimming the entire room in 2 days. Unfortunately, I forgot to record the skimming process, so you will only see the results. The walls dried completely the next day, so I planned to start sanding. I initially tried sanding by hand, but it was much more difficult than I expected. I decided to use a sander instead, and I was able to finish the entire room in 3 days. You can watch an instruction to the sander in another video that I will link below. The process took 3 days because the vacuum cleaner I connected to the sander kept overheating and turning off. I had to take a break to let it cool down and minimize the dust. Before painting the room with emulsion, I decided to add some decorative frames to the walls. We went to the store and purchased six 2.4-meter wooden frames for £7 each. After carefully measuring and cutting the frames to size, I started assembling 2 long frames and 2 smaller box frames. I used a frame sealant to glue the frames to the wall. Once the glue was dry, I filled any gaps or joints with the same skim coat material and sanded them smooth.
Removing the old paints from the windows using this one milk gold purpose paint varnish stripper. So let's see how it works. I left them around 2-3 hours, so it's being built this way. Let's build them now. How easy. first layer of the paint is gone easily, but I have two more layers. You see these blue ones and then kind of yellow one, and maybe something under that one as well. So I'm gonna use one more layer of this stripper after removing this layer, and let's see what will be the results after that. You can use anything sharper to just remove this one, but not damaging any wood underwear. I'm just using my broken knife. I tapped it over here to not hurt my hands as a protection. About the corners and the edges, I already removed all the silicones which was there. So now there should be clean to remove it, like here. But I think there's still something is left or something like. Okay, let's see. Okay, how does it look by now? And here left this side as well. Okay, already finished cleaning the first layer of the striped paints. Now I'm gonna apply the second layer. Just pour a little bit over here and over there and gonna spread them. Let's do this way. The most important thing that you need to apply the good amount to not be leaving some spaces, right? So I'm just pouring this way, here and there and here and there, and then I'm gonna just do this way. Just brushing, reaching all the surfaces which I can, and try to not make it too thin as well. It's kind of thick, right? I didn't put that much thick because I still need some stripper for something else. So let's see, let's remove this one. If it will be required, I'm gonna put the third layer. But I think it should be fine after the second one. And if something is left, I'm just gonna strip them. Not strip, I mean sand them with the sanding machine. So I think that should be enough. So as you see, here already wood is coming out, right? I just need this wood to come out to be clean. That after when I'm gonna paint it newly with a new paint, that there won't be some kind of layers coming up, and it is so disgusting and it's so ugly when there is so many layers of the paint and some stuff, right? It doesn't make them look pretty. So yeah, let's wait. Walls are ready, being painted by the emulsion puppy paws. And the frames also done. I also painted them with the same emulsion. So you see, the color is perfect. So pretty. It's not pink color, it's kind of brownish, pinkish, reddish, and in a different sunlight and the other daylight it looks differently. Even in the night light it is also different colors. So we basically got the many different colors with the same emulsion, which I'm so happy with. So the next stage is that I want to remove the old paint from these plinths and paint them back with a new color. I'm just still thinking maybe to use the white color or to use kind of similar looking color with the walls. And with that same color I'm gonna paint the doors as well. And afterwards you see like this floor is made that way, there is such a holes over there here, right? So I'm gonna cover them as well, but I'm just thinking with which thing to cover them. And there is a few things to and fix these corners and everything to make it look more prettier. So maybe to change the handles as well. I'm just thinking maybe to get this, like, other handle with the lock on it. Yep. And we already have some damages over here due to some kind of hangers which previous owners used to have over here. This one, the window part is getting almost ready. It's been almost 1 hour since I applied the second layer of the stripper. Yeah. Yep. You can see here now more clearly as the focuses came up. You see it's already peeling off. Gonna remove them all. After removing the paint, I'm gonna paint them back with maybe with the white color, which not gonna be that bad looking. And then apply some silicones over here, some furniture and decorations in this room to make it more livable.
By this time, I ordered new curtain holders with two hangers each. It took me some time to drill the holes for the curtain rods, but I was able to do it successfully. I also painted baseboards and the window sills. The doors are the only thing left to do, but I will tackle them all at once later.